and welcome to Alongside Lauren. I am Lauren, and I am so glad that we get to hang out this Sunday afternoon. The whole purpose of Alongside Lauren is that you are taking a couple of minutes on your Sunday afternoon too to get your bits and pieces ready for the week while I do food prep. So this week we are having rissoles with mash and gravy and veg for dinners for this week. I am so excited because we don't get much of a chance to have rissoles. I quite enjoy a good rissole. I will specify that good rissole. And this week we have got rissoles based on turkey mince because at the moment turkey mince is still cheaper than beef mince. And I've actually got my rissoles cooking in the oven already because I thought that we would be able to get the veg prepped and also prep the gravy to go alongside the rissoles. I love gravy, and
I
it's
love
one of
gravy as well.
excellent. And this is my sous chef Heath.
Hello.
And one of, I guess, my blind spots in my cooking repertoire is the fact that I can only make gravy from scratch. That's not a humble brag. I am incapable of preparing edible gravy.
I think also you've just given up on it because, real homemade gravy's better.
Look, it is,
So,
and it's
yeah.
really not that hard.
Yep.
But the secret, well, I'm sure that one of the secrets is patience. And to be honest, a lot of the times when we're making a roast, by the time it gets sort of time to make the gravy, I just go, oh, I can't be starved, and will not make gravy at that particular juncture. But what I will often do is when I am prepping gravy for something like this is I will just make more gravy than what I need for that one meal.
Yep.
And then I can just pop the rest of it in the freezer, and then I've got like gravy for an underwhelming roast or something else that I'm just kind of wanting to mix up a little bit. So for the gravy, one of the things that I love to do is to actually get, I don't know if there's a classy way that I can say this, but maybe pan juices is going to be a good way to put it. But basically, the bits and pieces that are left in the bottom of the tray when I cook the rissoles, and I cook rissoles in the oven because life is too short to spend a lot of time turning meat patties that may or may not hold together, whatever. You don't have to muck around with that when you pop them in the oven. And so I will get the juices and everything that sort of is in the bottom of the tray after those are cooked, and I'm going to add it to our gravy to flavor it up so that we strongly believe here on Alongside Lauren that we do not waste flavor if we have any opportunity to use it for something else. So that is why we are going to grab those bits and pieces from the rissoles after they are cooked. So I'm getting all of my my life in order to get everything ready for the gravy when we are able to cook it. And what I thought I might do to kind of do a bit of double duty with the gravy, which we will prepare in the Thermomix, is that I was thinking that I will steam the veg that is going to go alongside the rissoles, mash, and gravy while I'm cooking the gravy, because why not? And I figure that if they're not like perfectly amazingly steamed to perfection, speaking of perfectly amazing to perfection, that would be my timer for the rissoles.
All right.
Well, I say perfectly timed to perfection. I haven't actually had a look at them yet, so they could be very underwhelming.
This is our first look
This
in.
is the moment of truth.
The beauty of live. All right, they look okay.
They smell great.
Oh, very good.
Yep.
Yep, they look great. Some of them are a little bit more
Burnished than others.
Yeah, burnished than others.
So I'll just pop them there and let them cool down and sort of let some of those pan juices. I was trying to think of a nicer word than seep. Seep out. While I finish off with just getting this broccoli prepared. I was concerned that there wasn't going to be enough veg.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that. So what have you got there? You've got your broccoli.
So
You've got some
broccoli.
carrot.
I've got, well, I've just pulled the carrot out because we've got so on Sunday nights we host a Bible study, and I'm sort of trying to make sure that I have got some options that are not just cheese. So I had started just while I had the knife out, I started just prepping some veg for tonight while I was there. So I've got the carrot and cucumber out because I'll cut them a little bit later. But yeah, I've got like sort of one big head of broccoli and one smaller head. And do you reckon like for the 8 meals that'll be enough? I've got 2
It
zucchini
looks
as
like
well.
plenty to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like plenty.
If we feel hard done by, we
Can always add more.
we can always add more. I've always
Exactly.
we usually have, like frozen corn or peas in the funnily enough, I keep them in the freezer. And they're always great to add to something if you're sort of needing to pad out the veg content a little bit.
So preparations for the rissoles. Let's do a little rundown of what happened in preparing to make the rissoles before we put them in the oven.
Great opportunity to use bits and pieces
This is how that
basically.
went.
So that's my flat lay of everything that's gone into the rissoles flat lay, including the odds and ends of bread that we had in the freezer that we just chucked into the Thermomix. I've also got some fresh sage because that goes really lovely with turkey, and then just blitzed the bejeebers out of it and made breadcrumbs. So I pop them into a separate bowl and just adding some veg to go into the rissoles. So we went with carrot and some onion, and also had some garlic that we popped in there as well. 3 cloves because we're not seeing anyone that we know. And I've also just got some underwhelming celery that we chucked in there as well because it was a perfect opportunity to use it up. So just blitzed that all together and then cooked them down to soften. And that's the softened veg going in with the breadcrumbs. So I didn't mix the rissoles in the Thermomix because a kilo of mince is a lot and wouldn't have mixed easily. So just adding in our magic vegetable stock concentrate. 1 egg. If you're using beef mince, I would add 2, but because turkey mince is a bit smushier, I find 1 egg for the kilo of mince works really well. And Mrs. Neindorf, my home ec teacher, would love the fact that I'm still remembering to crack the egg into a separate mug. Adding in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And our full kilo of turkey mince is going in there as well.
Oh,
and a little bit on the bench.
A little bit on the bench.
All is well.
Now the fun bit, hey. Here we go. Straight in there.
Smush, smush.
Smush, smush, smush. I was pleased to see you took off your watch and rings.
I took off my watch and rings.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be pulling turkey mince out of that, along with my cracking watch tan.
Yep.
And then just forming patties. So we've made 16 patties out of that kilo worth of turkey mince. And that will feed Heath and I for 4 dinners for this week. So once we formed them into the patties, they just went onto a tray. And then we popped them into the fridge just to hang out. You could see there's a tin of Forex in my veggie bin.
And a Pepsi or something that you
very
moved out
classy.
of the way? All right. How long did you
After
chill
about
them
20,
for?
30 minutes.
Yep.
And that's just to give the meat proteins some chance to relax, and for the breadcrumbs to soak up some of the binding ingredients there.
And into the oven.
Into the oven, 200 degrees for 20 minutes.
And there we go.
And now you're up to date with everything that's happened
and that's
with
the final
with
product
the patties, and they
right
they
there.
smell great.
Mm.
So I did decide to cook down the veg because oftentimes you'll find that that's the stuff which is kind of creating unnecessary moisture when you're cooking your rissoles, and makes them a little bit harder to stay together. So there's not a heap of moisture happening there, but that's okay because what we have is really concentrated in flavor and is going to add to the gravy mix.
Excellent.
So now that I've got my veg ready, I'm going to get cracking on the getting the gravy started.
Yep. Okay, you're going to start on the gravy.
Yes.
I notice a heap of other vegetables there. Do you want me to start prepping any of those?
Yeah, probably the pumpkin would be good.
Okay.
The potato, we probably want to wait until the very end because otherwise, like potato oxidizes so quickly.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, the potato will just go brown. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want the good peeler?
I do. I want the good peeler.
I got given a peeler for Christmas. I'm such a simple woman. It was one of my favorite Christmas presents.
I haven't used the good peeler on a pumpkin yet.
Oh yeah, I reckon it'll.
Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
That's good.
It's like peeling. No, peeling butter nut. See what I attempted to do there? All right. I'm going to let you take over.
Excellent. While you peel that butter, not pumpkin.
Do this, yes.
I will get crack-lacking on the gravy.
So what's involved in the gravy?
It's me trying to remember what goes in the gravy.
Got it. Are you going to follow a recipe or are you going to wing it?
I am. Well, I'm going to kind of follow the recipe in classic Lauren style. Excellent. Oh, speaking. Oh, you don't. Do we want a vino or are we?
Yes. Oh, okay. Not that one though.
Well, no.
That one goes in the gravy.
That one goes into the gravy.
Was that on the in the recipe? Add all your wine.
Excellent. Alrighty. So the Thermomix is doing stuff with the wine.
Great. Is it?
Oh, hush.
No. That wasn't me being sarcastic. What's it doing with the wine? Just heating it up.
It.
Okay. Right.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
Why?
Reasons?
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
Okay, so we've got our veggie bin is getting kind of full, but there's still a little bit of room, so we will hold off on taking that to compost bin for a little bit longer.
So do you want red or white?
I could probably go red today,
Okay.
Even though it's a hot day outside, it's a nice cool day in the aircon inside for us, so yes.
Oh, I've got a wee bit of Shiraz.
Great. Sounds good to me.
It's a good looking pumpkin.
It is. Right. So how am I preparing this pumpkin?
Well, we're going to sort of steam it so that we can make it into mash.
So small-ish portions. I love these pumpkins. I love how little seeds there are. Just the tiny, tiny little. Yeah, it's good. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Cheers.
Yes. Just like a disembodied hand handed that to you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Spoon out those seeds. Hopefully not into the wine glasses.
Is that a challenge?
And so it sounds like the Thermomix has heated up the wine as required.
It has heated up the wine, and now I'm adding in a wee bit of butter. It's been a while since I've made this recipe.
So this morning we were able to do another successful run.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. We've only just started doing the odd run on a Sunday.
Yes.
And
I'm enjoying it.
We were able to push it a bit and we managed to do 10 kilometers. So for our American friends,
I have no idea what that is.
That's
Like 1 mile.
No. No.
I get so confused.
I do too.
I got really thrown when we were in the US, and I'd found this great walk to do, and I thought, oh, it's not going to be too far because it was like 6 miles. I'm like, oh, that'll be fine. That's no worries at all.
Yeah.
It's very long.
6 miles is pretty far.
And it was
I
starting
don't
to
know
get
the
dark.
conversion, but I like keeping it really, really simple. It's like 12 kilometers, so. All right.
Ah, there it is.
You happy
Onion.
with this sort of size for the pumpkin?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Good. Okay. Oh, hi everybody. In nice and tight there. It's a bit better.
You're welcome. To the question no one asked. So, when I was talking to Heath about what we were preparing to eat for this week, and I did say that we were having sunshine potato, which is a mixture of pumpkin and potato mashed together, that my brother-in-law, for longer than anyone would care to admit, thought was actually a vegetable. He thought sunshine potato was a vegetable.
Oh, did he?
Yes, but it's not.
That's why. You
Yeah,
made a
yeah,
little
yeah.
joke about it earlier, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
But now I understand.
No, our brother-in-law
That makes a
thought
little bit
that
more sense.
there was actually a vegetable called sunshine potato, rather than it just being pumpkin and potato together as mashed.
Maybe
I
there is
love it.
something like that, though.
I'm sure there
There probably is a
is.
hybrid floating around.
Well, I don't know
that-
how you would hybridize pumpkin and
Okay. That's kind of a fair
Potato.
point. They're quite a different.
like the way
There's
that
no
they.
seeds inside a potato,
No.
and a pumpkin grows on top of the ground.
Yeah. Like
Okay, I'm
as
kind
a
of
vine.
coming around to your way of thinking here. That my way of thinking was silly.
I never said that.
Which wine are you on?
I haven't had any.
Okay. Were they smallish glasses? Okay. It is a very nice wine.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
So rolling back, I think Ainsley Circum mentioned your epic watch tan from the video.
Ah, yeah.
It
It's
is
a
pretty
cracking
full
watch
on.
tan.
It is pretty full on. So, yep. And I'm guessing that this laughter is possibly around the whole wine situation because honestly, it's
Every time. Just completely incapable.
plus the David situation.
Yeah.
Good old
Sunshine potato.
sunshine potato.
One garlic clove. So
If you are out there and watching live, please let us know what it is that you are doing to prepare for your week. It might be preparing food. It might be doing something else.
Yes, I have to go grab some
Or
herbs.
it might just be chilling out.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing some
Getting
time.
your getting your body and head ready for another week. Happy Saturday, Ains. And hope you guys are going well over there. Can't wait to see you soon. Absolutely can't wait. Okay, I've been left and I don't know what to do next because I've cut up my pumpkin. I've got these potatoes here, but I'm hesitant to get into them. Let's go. Yes, so 10Ks this morning. We managed to run it a little bit quicker than the last time we tried in our local area, so that's pretty good. It's our personal best for the local area. And speaking of personal bests, jump in whenever you want there, Darren.
Yes.
Tell us.
I bested my personal best.
Okay.
I don't think I could have said that anymore.
Oh, Lauren, you're such a good. Yeah.
By 1 second yesterday at Parkrun.
1 second.
1 second. I was very
She
excited.
shaved a second off her PB. Woo! Very excited. It was very cool. A lot of people were impressed.
Well, I don't know, but I was happy. All right, we'll let that smush.
Oh, sorry about the noise.
I'm not sorry. Because it just means that it's cooking it for me.
All right.
So that's cooking for 10 minutes, so I probably could have done something else. Do you remember what I said about the potato?
Not doing them early? Yeah, and while you were gone, I'm like, I'm just going to make a start on them. What's the worst that could happen?
They'll oxidize?
They'll turn a little bit brown. They won't taste bad though, will they?
Well, they don't taste great.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've learned something today. So there
Just
we
to be
go.
clear, what was it that you learned?
Don't peel the potatoes early.
Okay.
Not if you were hoping that it was listen to your wife
Yes.
when she gives you instruction. Well,
Then that's going to be a
Well,
fruitless endeavor, and that's not what I'm going to hear.
don't-
Okay.
no, I couldn't think of what else to do, so I got started on
You're
that.
right. I'm sorry. I should
and-
have provided you
no,
with more tasks.
It's all good. No. Just wanted to keep things rolling.
You're keeping the things rolling. All right. I will now pop the rissoles into a container ready to go into the fridge.
So yeah, you can see there's a little bit of like residual rissole on the paper.
Residual.
Residual? No. No, we were never going to be able to make that sound good, were
No,
we?
that does not sound like something one should eat.
Is it almost worth cutting a little bit of, like, trimming a bit off, or?
Well, I'm trying to sort of shake it off as I go. I'm so sorry, Taylor Swift. That was terrible.
Oh, that's not entirely true.
Mostly true.
She's fine.
Yeah, you're
She's
right.
fine. Am I cutting all the potatoes and then I'll put them in the fridge?
Well, we'll pop them into that container that
Yeah,
I've got
yep,
there, and
yep.
then just pop some water.
Oh, okay.
Pop
This
them
is
in water?
to try and save them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is good. Like, you've given me an opportunity to share some additional knowledge. So thank you.
So yes, in case it wasn't clear, what I'm doing is I'm going to put the potatoes, cut them up, put them into a little container with cold water,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? Put them in the fridge?
And then pop them in the fridge.
And that's going to help them not
Yeah, it'll just stop them
oxidize.
from oxidizing.
Okay.
So if you're prepping like food for an event, say like with Christmas or something like that, and if you are wanting to prep your like roast veg ahead of time, if for your recipe, cooking them before roasting is not going to work or is not an option, then slicing them and then popping them in a big bowl where you can submerge them in water will stop them from oxidizing.
That is a very good tip. I like it.
Well, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share that.
Forcing that situation on you. Yes. You're welcome. I aim to please.
You're very pleasing. Or I'm stopping.
Yep. All right.
So while the gravy graves,
Uh-huh.
I'm just continuing on with slicing up the veggie sticks to go with Bible study for tonight.
Cool.
So we managed to get some really great looking hummus on sale. We shopped the discount section for tonight's Bible study food,
Oh,
well and
yes.
truly.
And found some winners.
Oh yeah. So we've got and we got this really cool like bruschetta topping.
Yeah. It came as though it was a pesto, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like
So
in a
it was
pesto
like
dip container. Whoa, dip container.
smushed basil and cashews and parmesan, but with like roasted capsicum and roasted like semi-dried tomatoes and stuff. So it looks really good.
It was due to expire the following day,
Yeah.
and
So
we're like, let's just buy them.
Yeah.
But we bought 2 little
so I got the
packets
2. They
and freeze them.
were 50 cents down from not 50 cents.
No, they were worth a lot more than 50 cents.
And figure, yeah, we were thinking that we would freeze them because oftentimes we will add pesto to our bread or toast, I should say, when we have breakfast in the mornings, and they're so like it's so lovely with eggs. So yeah, so I was thinking maybe we'll add them to when we have toast or if I'm feeling like
adventurous?
adventurous,
No?
maybe?
What was the word you were going for?
Well, I don't know, or feeling like a bit of a treat.
Okay.
Then I was thinking we could make some fettuccine
Oh, yeah.
and do the bruschetta topping with fettuccine.
That sounds great. And so you're thinking we make the fettuccine from scratch?
Yeah, I love making pasta from scratch, and I love making pasta from scratch with you.
It's fun.
It's really fun.
It is fun. We bought this really, really cheap. Don't tell Lauren that. I think I gave it to her as a gift.
You did.
Early days in our marriage, I think.
Yeah.
Got a cheap pasta maker. It does the job.
It makes pasta.
You've got to treat it like a little bit more gently than probably a professional one, but it absolutely
okay.
works.
We're not professional.
Yeah.
We're not like making, and we don't make pasta for like in large amounts or anything like that. It's usually just for the 2 of us. Or if we're making, oftentimes if we're making lasagna, we'll make the lasagna sheets from scratch.
So, Jeanette and Hill chimed in. What did she say? She said, sewing. I'm going to cook garlic prawns and honey mustard chicken this week.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds like a good combination of things.
I think
nice Jeanette.
that sounds more exciting
Nice
than that sounds way more exciting than rissoles.
I do like a good rissole though.
Excellent. So
what is it with pumpkin and it making my fingers go every time?
We keep every time we keep saying this, and we've not actually
haven't actually investigated why.
it.
It makes your skin like change color a little bit and tighten right up. It's really bizarre.
So just to add to the veg that we've got for this week, I have trimmed down the broccoli stems.
Right.
To get rid of the wooden bits.
Yes.
And I'm now just sort of slicing it into discs.
Okay.
And I'm going to add it in with the zucchini.
So, yeah, nice. They're kind of cute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look good.
Oh, I think I'll trim down that a little bit more.
Okie dokie.
Got a little bit woody.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Awesome. And I will just add that in. Oh, I should have been.
What's wrong?
I should have been steaming.
Steaming. Oh, we've got all this steam that's flowing out, which is probably. Oh, there we go. You can see it when my shirt's in the way.
I'll steam it for a minute.
Here we go. We get a whole minute of steam. Yeah, yay.
Yay. It's got a little bit longer.
They're probably a bit longer. We've still got to put that into the gravy, right?
Yeah. So we've got
pan juices or pan solids. Oh, doesn't sound great.
Pan bits. To be honest, there's normally a lot more cooking liquid that is released when I cook rissoles. So I think unfortunately for me, I finally cracked it so that they don't lose all their moisture. But I counted on them losing more moisture than that for the gravy. But it's all good. It all works out in the end.
Well, Jeanette is thrilled to hear that we're doing rissoles. There was a big yum there.
Oh,
And then
good.
Ainsley made the comment that she really misses them.
I guess rissoles are not something. So I don't know if rissoles are just a sort of Aussie.
It is a pretty Aussie thing, but you probably
Pretty Aussie thing?
you'd get something
Aussie
like a
Kiwi
rissole
thing?
in England and stuff like that,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
like a meat, it's like a
Yeah,
sausage
probably.
patty or a meat patty, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So now we'll just
All
add
right.
in.
How's that looking?
It's looking.
Is there much to see? It's very steamy.
Yeah, well, it's red wine, butter, and onion. So
Okay, not the prettiest, but
it's really not.
but very red.
You're welcome. It smells really good, so that's good.
All right, yeah, adding a bit of flour in.
Adding in the flour.
Cool.
There we go.
Nice.
And we smoosh.
Was this one going to be loud?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Not very loud. No.
Because I prepared for it. Oh, no,
there we
we're
go.
getting there.
Yep. Yeah, that was the least steaming of vegetables.
Well,
One
they get a
whole
little
minute.
bit more. I know. I just. Oh.
It's
That's what I
all
get
good.
for being
It's a
like.
great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah, the execution.
Execution,
Not so
uh,
much.
But it's a really, really good idea.
Excellent.
Let me get out of you.
Thank you.
Get in your way.
Thank you. Look, it's been
Alright.
a pleasure dancing with you, darling.
Mm.
Have I used up all of the?
What are you looking for?
Oh, there it is.
Ah.
Spatula.
Great. Okay. Is there anything else I can be doing?
Well,
What's the deal with this carrot?
the carrot just needs to be popped into slices.
Got it.
Or not, like
Yep.
sticks. I
Carrot
should say.
sticks. Yes.
All right. The time for the tiny amount of bits has come.
Tiny amount of bits.
Tiny amount of bits.
All right.
All right. So we need 500 grams of water.
Oh, I thought you were going to
So-
say pan juices.
So
Like,
here we go.
You might get 1 gram.
So far, no. Yay! We got a gram.
So there's your juices. Let's see what the weight is down there somewhere. Can you read it?
Oh,
Oh,
3 grams.
I'll see if I can zoom in a bit. Yep, 3 grams. 3 whopping grams.
Yeah. This is so worth it.
It is flavor though.
It is flavor.
It is flavor. Well, that was a bit of a weird one, but
In my defense, I've done weirder. Speaking of done weirder.
yeah.
So this morning I got up early because I've been saying for like the last 3 weeks that we need to make more mustard. And so I started the process of making more mustard because it has to like ferment for a week and what have you. Anyway, because with the mustard making process, you've got like really lovely ingredients. You've got mustard seeds and turmeric and white wine and honey and what have you, and mustard basically. So I rinsed out the Thermomix bowl after having done the initial stage of prepping it,
Yeah.
and this is the water from it.
That's the water that came out of
It's like
making
mustard water.
Mustard water.
Mustard water.
It
So-
looks so like
I know.
creamy.
So I'm gonna add that. To
That is interesting.
yeah, to help make
and
up to the
exciting.
500 grams. So
Okay, so it's going to be a mustard flavored gravy. Great.
could be good, could be terrible. Who knows?
We will find out. Worst case, I'll drop into Red Rooster and buy a gravy on the way home one night.
And then not tell me.
Yeah, okay.
And then just sub them
All right,
out.
that's pretty interesting. That's a good
I
thinking.
feel good. I feel good
It's
about
good
it.
thinking. Yeah.
All right. Oh, there's just a little bit too much. Oh, well. Do I collect the mustard? No, I won't collect the mustard seeds. I think that'll be
I
too.
think you can probably call it.
Yeah. Even for me, that's a bit hectic.
Yes.
And we are just about this is going to finish off our veggie stock concentrate jar for now.
There we go.
So we'll add that to
Okay.
the list for next weekend.
Yeah. We are forever getting through veggie stock.
Mm.
Okay, there's some carrot sticks done.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Have another sip of my wine.
Excellent. And just add in a dash of soy.
Mm-hmm.
And a dash of Worcestershire sauce.
Good old Worcestershire is the
Worcester.
it's the star of the meal this week.
I am concerned that we're just going to end up with slightly radioactive looking.
It's going to be yellow.
Yeah.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
What happened to the rest of the? Oh no, sorry, I'll just use this. Didn't you grind some pepper?
Yeah, I put it with the rest of the pepper just behind it. Did you want
Oh, no,
Did you want a
that's
nice
fine.
hefty amount?
It says 1 to 2 pinches, so
Okay, pinch away.
let me pinch the pepper.
Pinch away. Pinch that pepper.
No, he finally just decided to.
Oh, we were talking about this last week, I think. This pepper grinder is absolutely trash. It can't grind pepper to save itself.
Mhm.
And therefore, we ground the pepper in the Thermomix yesterday and I
Yep.
poured some ground pepper inside it. And now when you wind it, it just lets some out. It doesn't really grind it or anything like that. But that's fine. It's doing the job. It's a little bit messy because now it leaves a little bit of pepper everywhere it goes, but
All right, and now I'm going to steam that veg for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, well that's a step up from 35 seconds or however long
So
it
we've
got.
really just got 10 minutes for the gravy to sort itself out, and then I'll get the mash on.
Get the
We've really
mash
just
going,
got
but
bread to get sliced. But apart from that, we're
we're pretty much
pretty
prepared.
much prepped for the week, which is
I'd
awesome.
give you a cheers, but I've managed
You're
to
all
finish
finished.
mine off.
Look
Yeah.
at you.
Got a little sip there. Little tiny sip. Cheers. Thank you for joining us.
We can't wait to do it all again next week. And for once, I think I'm going to try really hard to take some pictures of our delicious dinner when it is all prepped. I'm so sorry. I just get so hungry and so excited that I always forget to take pictures. But we can't wait to do this all again with you next Sunday when I hope that you will join me for Alongside Lauren.